The streets of Memphis were quiet that November night in 2021. Too quiet. At 2:17 a.m., a 911 call shattered the silence. What officers found on Print Avenue in Nutbush would launch a manhunt that continues to this day. Going to school, then getting some shoes. Those were Jerriny Caples' last words to her sister. 7 hours later, she was dead. A single bullet to the head. Her body slumped in the back of her own car. Just days before her murder, Jerriny posted on Facebook, "I can't believe it's 7 years for us. 4 years in jail with you was all worth it. These been the best 4 months since your feet hit the concrete." Who was this man she waited for? What happened in those 4 months after his release? Here's what we know. A doorbell camera captured someone leaving Jerriny's vehicle. Walking away calmly, no rush, no panic, like they knew exactly what they'd done. This is the story of a 26-year-old mother who raised her nephews as her own. A woman whose family says, loved kids, loved to be around her friends. Everybody loved her. So why is she dead? And why won't anyone in Memphis tell police what they know? Someone in Memphis knows who killed Jerriny Caples. Maybe after watching this, they'll finally come forward. Because 3 years later, her father Jerry still walks those streets, searching for answers. Her sister Candace still cries out for justice. And somewhere out there, a killer still walks free.
A loving mother, sister, and daughter now at the center of a murder investigation. Memphis police found the 25-year-old killed in the Nutbush neighborhood. The woman's family continues to mourn while police search for her killer in tonight's Manhunt Monday.
He took my little sister for nothing, man. She ain't do nothing to nobody.
Welcome to True Crime Anatomy. Thank you, my amazing subscribers. May your families stay safe wherever they are. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to become part of the family.
J-Bo, your baby finna fall
Come on, man.
Ain't it?
Come on,
Your
man.
baby falling out her vagina, don't
What?
He got you pregnant, didn't he?
Yeah.
Get me pregnant
What's up?
Great, you got popped them balls.
Come on, man.
She don't want to
When somebody hold these
up
up.
here for you. It's on her.
Let Leah pop one too.
Hold on, let me.
Oh, damn.
Man, big grape out here. Leah got her daddy. That's all she fucking wanted. All she wanted was her iPhone charger. That's all she wanted her whole life. We out here. Ain't no free big grape no more. We out here stepping.
Let us put your flag on, right?
You hear me? On the same.
On proper, yeah. Bless the peace.
Yeah, welcome
Bless
home.
the peace.
Welcome
Bless the
home.
peace, yeah.
Welcome home. Okay, yeah, give me shoes, man. Kick them dust mouse off, man. We got something for you. Kick them dust mouse off, man. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. Man, fuck all that. Welcome home, man. Welcome home.
Pop the water right now. Pop it up.
Man, we got him. You hear me? We got him. Yeah, go on, kick them dust mouse off. Put them kicks on your feet, man. You know you gotta come home right. You know you gotta come home right. You too rich for this shit, man. You too rich for this shit, man. Come on
Let me come up back these
You too rich for this shit. Here, come up back the
Grape gotta come out the
man. You a
food
rich
plate.
nigga.
Oh.
Tell me a rich nigga, you hear me? Mine came home to some big neck. Hold on, my bag at. Hold that net. Hold that. Hold on, man. Let me get you up on the Gucci bag. Hold on.
What's up, Great? What's up, Jay Great? What's up?
It's over with, man. It's over with.
Keep them dust mites off, man.
Damn, you heard me.
Fuck? Not the whole family. We miss the food. Who it is? Who it is, J-Bo?
Jay Great. the one and only. Where them hoes was at?
Your daddy home, right? Your daddy home, man.
Yes.
Try to get you on some proper instruction, ain't it?
Say that shit again, man. What you say? Dad at home. Okay. Dad at home. Say that shit. Yay.
Try to get your ass back under the proper papers. You hear me? You gotta get that paperwork back on the big girl.
Y'all couldn't have fucked
You
up.
great. We gotta get that paperwork back on our ass.
What's so great?
Got the whole rich family over here.
You so pretty. Hey, pretty girl. Hey, Miss Great.
Hey, tuned in. Which one
Where your
man?
phone? Your
What
phone
man?
still going live?
How many folks on
I
there?
put that motherfucker down. You supposed to got mine.
How many folks on there?
Say this shit again, man. What you say? That at home. Okay. That at home. Say that shit. Yay. Get your ass back on the proper paper. What's so great?
Got the whole rich family over here.
You so pretty. Hey, pretty girl. What you need me to do? Miss Great. What you want me to do? Where your phone? Your phone still going live?
Man, ain't no more free Debo Great, man.
You want to see it?
Dude, free, man.
Say that shit again, man. What you say?
Free the slave, man. Free my nigga them when they're doing life sentence, man. Free Charlie Great, man.
Say that shit again, man. What you say? That at
All them
home.
homeboys like that left, man. Free Ray, man. Free Easy, man. Going to 600, man. Free them guys.
Ain't no more free you though. Fuck.
Look, we gotta burn all the free Debo Grape shirts. It's over with.
Gabby
We gotta
Street, what's
burn
up,
all
man?
the shirts. It's over with.
Yes, sir.
It's me.
Yeah,
I'm just looking at my knee. Nah,
Lil
looking at my
Great,
knee.
where you at, baby?
That's the food, right? Leah.
Leah Great.
Who is
Kayla Great. Jay Great. Jay Great. Debo Great.
This for me, baby.
Yeah.
Let me flip this
Come
camera.
on, Leah.
Millie Great.
I'm so glad that we thought
Millie
about that.
Great.
3X.
Yeah.
Because 3 would get too big.
Got your daddy. Got your daddy. Got your iPhone charge. You set for life. You set for life.
What's up?
Then they messed them damn shoes. We put the fuck up.
You did. Pussy mom, we keep seeing your pussy on
She
live.
right here.
We keep seeing your
She
cat
right
on
here.
live, love.
So what?
Oh,
It's over
don't
with
put
now.
my cat on live, bro.
Don't say that to me like I'm putting your cat on live. You put your cat on live, you can't bring me.
Okay.
It's over with now. If them folks know my dad ain't missed a birthday, a Christmas,
Never.
a Valentine's Day. The whole time been gone, man. She been straight, you hear me?
Ain't skipping a
Ain't
beat.
that right?
I'm ready, y'all.
Leah got her daddy, man.
Man, what's
Her
up?
shit.
Dave, where you at?
I'm in here.
Hey, he done trying to
Where
get
them
kids
hoes
'cause she
at?
won't
Where them
come.
houses at? Don't ask me that, because I'm ready to say that. Where them houses at? I'm looking for 'em.
Javon held this shit down the strong way.
Held it down by herself. Nobody else.
Man, get out with your nigga,
Yo,
love.
what the ace is?
I'm ready to go.
Oh, they gonna see the live. God, chill, man. Just chill. Your nigga already fine. Just chill.
Oh, okay. Hello. Damn. I couldn't have fucked up.
Yeah, I gotta get out.
I ain't got to.
That was just to get you here. That was just to get to you. That was just to get to you, baby. What you got there? Drop this apple on him.
Huh? I ain't gonna hit you in the ass. What you see, a $400 bar, mate?
Right. Be seen in the club. We gonna like we in the club. We in the club right now. You hear me? This the rich family club. You hear me? We turning up. Y'all snap them up, y'all. Snap them up. I gotta stay on this live. I gotta keep running. Y'all look this way. We popping bottles out here. The rich way. Stepping out. That's how you come out. That's how you come out. You home, man. You home. You home. It's all up, man. I swear it is. It's all up.
You like my bracelet?
Man, got two of the richest niggas where you at right here.
Ain't no more free, my boo. They great. My dude is free. Where them hoes was at? Damn. Nowhere.
Same place they at. The fuck? Same place they at. The fuck? Yeah, this shows now. I don't get no fuck. I shows. Yay! Debo Great free, you hear me? Rich nigga shit. Rich nigga shit. Rich nigga shit.
$400 ball. That ain't none of that light.
I'll wait till later. Wait till later. We finna step out for sure.
What's up,
We
Grace?
stepping out for sure.
What's up, Jay? Great.
Man.
Drink that shit
Look at Leah. Look at Leah. Oh, man. Y'all got her money with it. She ain't fucking with it.
It's over.
Right. Everybody on here for you. You already know. Out you. You should have brought some booty, Jay. Oh, yeah, you gotta cut them off.
Jerriny Caples was just 26 years old, but she carried the weight of a much older woman on her shoulders. In the photos her family shared, you see a young woman with a bright smile, often surrounded by children. Not all of them were hers by birth, but she loved them just the same. "My sister loved kids," Candace Parker would later tell reporters. She always wanted her own. That love led Jerriny to take in 2 of her nephews, raising them as her own children. In a city where family bonds run deep, she stepped up when they needed her most. She didn't just feed and clothe them. She raised them to be honest, to be good. Her Facebook page tells another story. Between photos with family, there were posts about love, about waiting, about relationships that seemed to bring both joy and pain. "Keep making that nigga chase you, 'cause when he get you the fun is over," she wrote in one post. Another revealed something deeper. "I'm starting to accept the fact that I'm 75% GAY." But it was a post from earlier that year that would later make investigators pause. "I can't believe it's 7 years for us, but yeah, help me wish my main nigga a happy birthday. The nigga I barely be posting because I'm always right here staring in his face. 4 years in jail with you was all worth it. These been the best 4 months since your feet hit the concrete. Happy birthday, and I love ooh." 4 years in jail, 4 months since his release, a relationship that survived incarceration. These details would matter more than anyone knew. Ronaldo Wright was the man Jerriny Caples waited for. 4 years behind bars. 4 years of collect calls, letters, and promises that things would be different when he got out. Wright wasn't new to the system. His criminal record stretched back before this latest incarceration, though the specific charges and convictions remain unclear in public records. What we know is that he was familiar with courtrooms, lawyers, and the weight of prison time. 7 years. That's how long he and Jerriny had been together. Through good times and bad, through freedom and incarceration. When he went away 4 years into their relationship, she could have moved on. Many would have. But Jerriny stayed loyal. In her Facebook posts, she didn't hide their relationship or his past. She called him her main nigga publicly, celebrating his birthday while he was locked up, counting down the days until his release. This wasn't a woman ashamed of her man's history. This was a woman who believed in second chances. When Wright finally walked out of prison in 2021, he returned to a world that had changed. But Jerriny was there, just as she'd promised. "These been the best 4 months since your feet hit the concrete," she would write, documenting their reunion. 4 months. That's all they got. After 4 years of waiting, they had 4 months to rebuild, to make plans, to remember why they'd held on through all those years apart. Then came November. Days after his latest release, though the exact timeline remains unclear, Jerriny was dead. Shot once in the head, found in the back of her car on Print Avenue. The timing haunts this case. Days after his release. Days after their reunion. Was it connected? Coincidence? Because in the arithmetic of tragedy, his presence in her life, especially in those final days, becomes part of the story that investigators surely examined. A man with a record. A woman who loved him anyway. A reunion cut short by murder. These facts exist without accusation, part of the larger puzzle of who Jerriny Caples was and why someone wanted her dead. Nutbush sits in North Memphis, a neighborhood that's seen better days. The streets where Jerriny lived and died have stories of their own. Stories of families trying to make it, of young people caught between hope and hardship. In 2021, Memphis was struggling with rising crime rates. The city would end the year with over 340 homicides, a grim record. But for families like the Caples, These weren't just statistics. These were neighbors, friends, loved ones. Jerry Caples had raised his daughters in this neighborhood. He knew its rhythms, its people, its dangers. Jerriny's sister Candace lived nearby, close enough to check on each other, to share the burden of raising children in a tough city. Thursday, November 11th, 2021, started like any other day in the Caples household. The boys needed to get ready for school. Breakfast had to be made. Life moved forward with its usual demands. Jerriny spoke to her sister Candace that morning. It was a normal conversation between sisters who talked almost every day. Nothing seemed wrong. Nothing seemed different. She told me she was going to school, Candace would later recall, her voice breaking. And when she left school, she was going to meet somebody to get some shoes. Those shoes. Such a simple thing. A basic need that would somehow lead to tragedy. The last confirmed sighting of Jerriny alive was in the early afternoon. Security cameras at various locations captured glimpses, her car moving through Memphis streets, following a path that seemed purposeful. She knew where she was going. She knew who she was meeting. By evening, Candace started calling. Once, twice, 3 times. No answer. This wasn't like Jerriny. She always answered when her sister called, especially when she knew Candace might be checking on the boys. The silence on the other end of the line grew heavier with each unanswered ring. "I knew something was wrong," Candace said. "My sister don't do that. She don't just not answer." As darkness fell over Memphis, Candace made a decision. She would drive to her sister's house. She would find out why Jerriny wasn't answering her phone. What she found when she arrived would change everything. The police were already there. The drive to Jerriny's house usually took Candace 15 minutes. That night, it felt like hours. Each red light stretched on forever. Each turn brought her closer to an answer she didn't want to hear. "When I got to my sister's house, I felt it," Candace would later tell reporters. Something was wrong. The street was lit up with red and blue lights. Police cars blocked the road. Yellow tape stretched across familiar spaces, turning her sister's neighborhood into a crime scene. That's when the detectives told us we had to stay there for a minute. Those words. Every family member of a crime victim remembers the moment they heard those words. The moment when worry turns to something worse. Jerry Caples arrived shortly after his daughter Candace. The police led them away from the scene, but not before they saw Jerriny's car, not before they understood why the police were there. The medical examiner's report would later confirm what the scene suggested. A single gunshot wound to the head. Close range. The killer had been near enough to ensure they wouldn't miss. Memphis police began canvassing the neighborhood immediately. In a community where people often keep to themselves, getting witnesses to talk can be challenging. But this was different. This was Jerriny Caples, a young mother known and liked in the neighborhood. Everybody loved her. One neighbor said. Yet for all that love, no one reported seeing the shooting. No one heard the gunshot. In a densely populated neighborhood, how does someone kill a woman in her car and simply walk away? The answer came from technology. A doorbell camera on a nearby house had captured something crucial. Clear footage of someone leaving Jerriny's vehicle, walking away calmly, unhurriedly, like they had all the time in the world. In 2021, solving murders often means following digital breadcrumbs. Jerriny's phone became a key piece of evidence. Her social media posts, text messages, and call logs painted a picture of her final hours. The Facebook posts from earlier in the year took on new significance. That birthday message to someone who'd spent 4 years in jail. The relationship posts that hinted at complications, at emotions running deep. "I can see myself getting wrapped up on accident," she had written. What did that mean? Who was she afraid of getting wrapped up with? Investigators pulled her phone records. The last calls, the last texts. Who was she communicating with in those final hours? The meeting about shoes, was it scheduled by phone? By text? By some other means? Her online activity showed nothing unusual in the days before her death. No threats, no arguments visible on social media, no signs that she feared for her life. But absence of evidence isn't evidence of absence. In the world of digital investigations, what's not there can be just as telling as what is. The surveillance footage became the centerpiece of the investigation. Frame by frame, investigators studied the person leaving Jerriny's car. The murderer was picked up by a door cam leaving the vehicle. Jerriny Caples explained, so it kinda led me to believe the person might stay in the area. This wasn't a random killing by someone passing through. This was someone who knew the neighborhood. Someone who felt comfortable enough to walk away without running, without trying to hide their face. The Memphis Police Department released the video to the public, hoping someone would recognize the figure. The footage was clear enough to show clothing, build, and gait, but the suspect's face remained frustratingly obscured. Crime Stoppers offered a reward. The Memphis police held community meetings. They assured residents that tips could be anonymous. They pleaded for anyone with information to come forward. But the silence persisted, and with each passing day, the trail grew colder. The suspect who walked away from Jerriny's car that November day had seemingly vanished into thin air. 3 years later, that surveillance video remains the best evidence in an unsolved murder. A figure walking away from a crime scene, a family left searching for answers, a community haunted by questions that won't go away. Someone knows who killed Jerriny Caples. Someone could end this family's nightmare with a single phone call. But they haven't. Not yet. Jerriny Caples couldn't accept that his daughter's killer had just vanished. Every morning, he woke up thinking about that surveillance video. Every night, he went to bed replaying those final frames. I still search the area frequently, he told reporters in 2023, 2 years after the murder. The police had their investigation, but Jerry had his own. He walked the streets of Nutbush, especially around Print Avenue, where Jerriny died. He studied faces. He listened to conversations. He watched for someone whose walk matched the figure in that video. 3 years later, the questions multiply. Was Jerriny's murder random? The evidence suggests otherwise. Random killers don't usually walk away so calmly. They run, they panic, they make mistakes. The meeting about shoes, was it real or was it a setup? Who arranges to meet someone about shoes and ends up dead? Unless the shoes were never the point. Unless the meeting was always about something else. Those Facebook posts about relationships take on darker meaning in hindsight. The man who spent 4 years in jail, the best 4 months after his release. Was this connected or just coincidence? Statistics paint a grim picture. In Memphis, most murders involve people who know each other. Stranger killings are rare. Intimate violence accounts for a significant percentage of women murdered each year. But statistics don't solve cases, they just provide context for tragedy. Other unsolved murders in Memphis show similar patterns. Daylight killings, limited witnesses, surveillance footage that shows just enough to frustrate investigators. Is there a connection? Or is this just what murder looks like in a city where too many people have guns and too few have hope? Crime Stoppers still offers $1,000 for information leading to an arrest. It's not much money, but it's not supposed to be about money. It's supposed to be about doing the right thing. About giving a family closure. About getting a killer off the streets before they kill again. Because killers rarely stop at one. Whoever walked away from Jerriny's car that day is still healing. This is where you come in. Yes, you watching this video, someone knows who killed Jerriny Caples. Maybe it's you, maybe it's someone you know. Maybe you've heard something, seen something, suspected something, but didn't think it mattered. It matters. Memphis Crime Stoppers, 901-528-CASH. That's 901-528-2274. You don't have to give your name, you don't have to testify. You just have to tell what you know. Think about those boys Jerriny raised. Think about them growing up without the woman who chose to be their mother. Think about Jerriny Caples walking those streets every day, looking for his daughter's killer. Think about Candace Parker, crying out for justice that never comes. What would you do if you had information? Would fear keep you silent? Would loyalty to someone who took a mother from her children matter more than justice? Would you be able to live with yourself, knowing you could have helped but didn't? In Memphis, too many murders go unsolved because people won't talk. Because the code of the streets matters more than the code of humanity. But codes don't bring back the dead. They just create more victims. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow, we'll tell a part of a crime that was never covered by the media, a piece that will leave you restless. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.